As the coronavirus pandemic continues to ravage the world, Nigeria and other countries are enforcing restriction of movement as part of measures taken to contain aggressive spikes and to bring down the numbers of new infections. In this Sunday special, TVC News correspondent Abimbola Agbebiyi is focusing on slums, shanties and poverty-stricken riverine communities in Lagos to see how they are coping.
When the coronavirus crisis started, no one had the slightest idea of its spreading beyond Wuhan in China, which became the epicenter of the virus. Since this discovery, the narrative changed. We saw Europe taking over as a concentration of deaths moved from China to Spain and Italy remaining hardest hit. Today, the global epicenter of COVID-19 is indeed in the United States. New York alone has more deaths than any country. But the figures are grim. Thousands have died, with the United States of America recording the most deadliest of outbreaks. It's been projected that the death toll would rise to at least 61,000 by the 1st of May.
There'll be a lot of death, unfortunately, but a lot less death than if this wasn't done, but there will be death.
On the 27th of February, Nigeria recorded its first case in Lagos. The numbers are climbing slowly. The Lagos State government has continued to work round the clock sensitizing its 22 million strong population, daily briefings reinforcing the message. And the most difficult task, contact tracing and prepping isolation centers to provide state-of-the-art services.
I am now hereby also directing that all public officers in the entire unified public service from grade level 1 to 12, which constitute about 70% of our entire public workforce, should stay at home from Monday, 23rd March 2020, for 14 days at the first instance.
A total lockdown followed to save lives.
I am directing the cessation of all movements in Lagos and the FCT for an initial period of 14 days with effect from 11 p.m. on Monday, 30th March 2020.
On the 18th of April, Nigerians woke up to the news of the death of the former Chief of Staff to Nigeria's President, Abba Kyari, as the cases of the coronavirus death in the country continue to rise. With the reality of COVID-19 upon us, Lagos and some other states in Nigeria have been on lockdown. Empty roads, roadblocks by enforcement officers are the features we are greeted with every day. But what happens to riverine communities and shanties in the nation's commercial nerve center? From the famous Third Mainland Bridge, you see thousands of houses floating on water. This is Makoko, a slum that has existed for decades, built along the Lagos Lagoon. Cluster buildings made of planks inhabited by fishing community. Our visit into the community was quite revealing.
A place that they are making.
Boatmen waiting to pick up their passengers as I stepped into the boat. We were here to know how the people are reacting to the reality of the global health crisis. There's apparently no restriction of movement here, with a people that appear unruffled, hawking their wares, going about their business on the murky and waste-clogged water. According to the World Bank, there are over 300,000 people living in Makoko slum, that is on water, while just a little above 65,000 live on land. Now, as the fight against the spread of the coronavirus pandemic continues not just in Lagos, Nigeria, but also globally, there are fears that it might be a tough task in this part of Nigeria's commercial nerve center, most especially as the people do not believe the virus could exist in their community. Wearing of masks looks strange here. Social distancing is also alien to them. Slum dwellers like this are only bothered about their daily survival and less concerned about a virus ravaging the world.
I don't hear say coronavirus day, but we will not get that sickness for our community a coronavirus for our community here. We don't dey travel here, we don't dey go anywhere. Now fish we dey carry, we dey go fishing here, we don't dey go anywhere.
There is a strong perception here that the pandemic belonged to a particular country far away from Nigeria. We met the traditional ruler in the community who also shared a similar view.
Coronavirus, you don't know Corona, Cosima Coco. And when you can forward, caffeine combo. So, you believe what Coco Silocoa, go the Silodoa, book boy. So, after I left for Bego Silodoa, she book by intelligent and go boom. As small as go Sila anyway.
I believe that if one person was infected and bring that virus here, it will like be too serious and them understand that the virus is real.
Back on land, we proceeded to another community. Maracana, a densely populated area of Lagos with a few shanties, is another vulnerable community.
I say, see my ghetto people that they suffer every day. I say, see my ghetto people.
It is a popular location where most football talents and artists are discovered in Nigeria. But there are fears of possible spread of the virus here, with reported cases of flagrant disregard for the lockdown order.
I don't know whether they call them. They say one sickness, the corona, which tarot, whether they call them. We not go see them.
Coronavirus, don't be for us. Men and carry and go more, they go our walk.
When you come there around 5, 6, you see multitude of people who is not supposed to be. According to the instruction given to us, they say everybody should stay at home.
Many of them don't even believe coronavirus is real. That is the situation. Many of them don't believe it's real. So that is why you see them, they misbehave, they do all sorts of things. And there's nothing you can tell them that will enter their ear.
If you came here the second day, the third day, the fourth day of this stay at home, you will run away. People running up and down.
With no clinical trials underway to find a vaccine against the pandemic, concern is mounting for vulnerable communities like this, as the state and federal government is in a race against time to keep the death toll lower than have been recorded worldwide and save humanity from the devastating consequences of COVID-19. Abimbola Agbebiyi, TVC News, Lagos.